Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of your favorite wrestling show, JWF Defiance. I am your host, Scotty Moore, joined in the opening by a special guest commentator, one half of my personal favorite tag team himself. It's Vlad Tankman. Vlad.
Hello, Scotty. How are you today? It is me, Vlad. I am here today to commentary with you.
Yeah, that's right. For this opening match where my usual commentary partner Blake Tanner is putting his title on the line in an open challenge. We got no idea who is going to be facing him. Now, I'll be honest, Vlad, when Captain Tibbs went out with an injury and we were told we had to find guest commentators, you were not high on the top of my list. What brings you here today? Is there any ulterior motives?
No, of course not. You know, I just always like a good commentate at the booth. I love to talk, and talking is good. And you know, I jumped at chance to say, "Hey, look at that! Oh, look at who this secret person is that is attacking, that is fighting Blake today. Look at him. It's Tekken Mike. It's my big fisting buddy."
Right. Okay. So it's just because you're.
What a big surprise! Hey.
Yeah. Okay. So your tag team partner is fighting tonight. Okay, so that's fair. That is fair. And I'll be honest, I think Blakey boy might be in danger. I have seen Tech and Mike. I have seen you, the team, Big Fistin' grow from a tag team that, I'll be honest, I did not think could work to two of the most dominant performers, but looks like Blake is quickly trying to put an end to it.
Well, you know what, that may be so, but we are so much better than we used to be, and if you just look at old Tech and Mike right here, you can see he's putting the boots to the faces.
That is right, and I'll be honest, if he starts bringing out the fists, I'd be scared for Blake, but look at the strength of the Defiant champion. Oh, just slamming down Fistin'.
Oh, that was very strong. I did not expect him to deadlift the whole Tech and Mike.
That is right, but you can see Tech and Mike returning the favor, tossing Tanner into the ropes, and then, went for a big shot with a fist. Blake wisely avoids it, sends him into the turnbuckle. Beautiful European uppercut. Let me tell you something, Tech and Mike might have the fists, but Blake has got those uppercuts, and they are deadly.
But you can only run from the fist for so long. I mean, look at it. That shouldn't even be regulation. That is his hand. His hand is just metal.
Yes, it is not the best, but you can see Blake has wisely been avoiding those strikes wisely. Oh, just like that. You see, he was going for the double fist straight to the cranium. Tanner avoiding it before, sending him into those bone barricades.
Why are barricades made of bone, by the way? I feel like that is a very scary kind of thing.
That's right, and there it is. Went for a punch with the proverbial big fist, and it did not pay off. Just don't worry about why the barricades are made of bones. Anyways.
Whose bones?
Oh, it's just some bones we found.
Okay, that makes perfect sense.
That is correct. And now, wait a minute, taking Mike back to his feet. And look at that, just taking Tanner down and then pounding straight into the cranium before, big lariat straight to the, not a lariat, I'm sorry, that was a heel kick straight to the jaw.
As you see the power of what the big fist does.
That is right, but he walks straight into the bee sting. Before being picked back up. Wait a minute, Tech and Mike reverses. Beautiful clothesline.
Looks like your Defiance isn't so champion right now, is it, Mr. Tanner?
Wait. Look at that.
Big fist.
That is a big fist, but he is not done. He's setting him up for the bigger fist. Straight to the jaw. Rolls him over. Tech and Mike looking to become a champ. 1, 2. 2. Kick it out at Blake Tanner.
What? How did he do that?
I don't know, but wait a minute. It looks like Tech and Mike may be looking. He's hit the big fist, the bigger fist. That means the hole that is left is the biggest fist, but Blake not gonna let him hit it. Instead, picks him up, drops him down with that power bomb. 1, 2. 2 3/4, but wisely turning it around into a Boston Crab, and Tech and Mike forced to tap out.
No, Big Fistin', you're back.
Well, I mean, I think that might have been what he was thinking. I mean, at the end of the day, just wrenching back on the spine Blake might have just made sure that Tech and Mike tapped quickly so that way he still was in good condition for future matchups. I mean, I know in our main event, the tag titles are on the line. Demon Inc. are going to be in action, and I know you got to have eyes on that matchup.
No, not so much. We don't kind of do that, really, with Demon Inc.
Well, all right. Strange words from Vlad Tankman there, apparently not wanting to go after the tag titles. Once again, Demon Inc. kind of destroying our tag division, but a man who is looking to destroy the J1 tournament, a man who is looking to make a big comeback is this man, the proverbial king of the hill himself, Guy Fieri, and welcome back to the booth, still your Defiant champion, the man known as Blake Tanner. How you doing, buddy?
Sweaty. My face really fucking hurts.
Yeah, that's what happens when you face a man named Big Fistin. Oh, but wait. I see I did not hit skip entrance on this. Oh, and there's the big farty pyro for Fieri. There we go. Skip that scene. Old few past Scotty.
I guess we did have to do a little bit of pyro budget.
That is right, but this matchup, yes, it is a J1 tournament matchup, but also both of these competitors are walking in with a big fat goose egg. Neither one of these men have earned any points in the J1 at this point, and you got to think, Robert Hill, Guy Fieri, these are two names that, I mean, former champions, former dominant champions. This is certainly not in their wheelhouse to be down this low.
Have you done the math? Do you know if they have any, like, mathematical probability of winning?
I've not done that. It's not math I want to pay attention to, but oh my God, Fieri immediately taking Robert off of his feet. And that is the thing, Robert Hill's a man who we usually see as a brick wall, but apparently the unstoppable force versus the immovable object. Oh, big bulldog.
I mean, thing about Robert Hill is maybe you can't keep a big hill down for too long. A bad hill down for
you can't
a big
keep
bad
a big bat hill too furious.
Oh no. That was a big fist that hit me in the face earlier.
It was real bad. We're gonna have to get you stress tested. Oh, and that's one hell of a stress test right there. That power bomb from Fieri, who's now taken Robert, dragging him away from those ropes quite wisely before turning him over directly beside the ropes. Good work, Guy.
Okay. The guy's got a little bit of ring rust, it feels like.
That is right. And wait a minute. Oh, what a beautiful falling suplex, though. And I'll be honest, he has the King of the Hill on the ropes in this match. This is a battle of royalty. The King of the Hill versus the King of Flavortown.
I mean, there's going to be a reigning king at the end of this, and they are going to be reigning at the bottom of the barrel, but reigning nonetheless.
That is right. Oh, big elbow drop straight to the sternum. Picking him back up is Robert, and you got to think Robert Hill is used to finishing off matches in less than a minute. He is not used to going the distance with Fieri. So if I'm Robert Hill at this point, I got to be looking for that gaslighter. I've got to be looking for those big suplexes, the tope suicidas. I've got to be trying to finish this off ASAP.
Then again, this may just be a continuation of the Robert Hill as we've seen, who hasn't been able to quite get it done, as it were, over the last few months, and he's trying to actually fight a wrestling match.
That is right, and unfortunately gets power slammed to the outside before being picked up by Fieri once again, who may be looking for another one of those stalling suplexes. Yes, and he nails it. As Tommy gets to a count of 5, I believe. These guys got to get this back in the ring before they lose by countout.
Man, that's just... I mean, in this type of tournament, losing by countout, that would net you each 1 point, I think, and that doesn't really help anybody.
That is right, but this is certainly not going to help Fieri as he gets dropped with the gaslighter. Goes for it. 1, 2. Ho, and Fieri kicking out of one of the most dangerous moves in JWF history. I mean, that is the move that netted Robert the JWF Championship in less than a minute-long match.
That is no easy feat to kick out of that gaslighter, I can tell you. Only a handful of people have, managed to do it.
That is right, but a big, beautiful splash, and then a spear. Fieri seeming to favor the sternum tonight, looking to go after the ribs. 1, 2. Oh, and kicking out once again is Robert, but you saw he had to pull up the legs, had to use the waist, those core muscles to kick out, and that cannot feel good.
No, that tears at your core, that weakens you every time you have to activate all of your core muscles like that to force a kick out. I mean, you don't have too many of those in you this far into a wrestling match, I'll tell you.
Oh, kicking out once again is Guy Fieri. But I gotta say, I am starting to see a little bit of that confidence come back in the mind of Robert Hill. I'm starting to see that undefeated JWF champion return to the eyes of the King of the Hill. Goes for the pin off the gaslighter. 1, 2, 3.
There it is. That's a Robert Hill win. Look at that.
That is right, and I'll be honest, I know both of us are sitting somewhat pretty in the tournament, but if this is the Robert Hill we have got to go up against in the future, I'm a little afraid, but I think it should be. I mean, I've already beat him, but you might die.
No, I've gone toe-to-toe with Robert. It's all good.
You went a little Falcor there. You Falcor. No, it's okay. All right, but now we move on to our next matchup of the evening, and it is going to be some women's action as the woman known as Skylla, the Thriller, the Killer herself, comes to the ring, and I know you are excited to see your girl in action again.
Absolutely. This is Skylla. She's got all our backs.
Yes, this is Skylla. She's got my back. But she has certainly not got the back of her opponent tonight. I remember who it is. I'm not definitely waiting for them to show up.
Oh, it's okay. I've got the book sheet. Yep, there it is.
Yep, there she is. Yep. The woman known as Tiffany, the #1 contender, who is set to go up against Phoenix Driver at Wrestlepalooza. But look by her side, Mark Plays, and then of course their sponsor, also known as just her fucking aunt, Karen Bush, is here as well.
Oh, yeah. You know, I always wondered about that. That makes sense that they're all related.
It makes sense that all of the most insufferable people in our company are related.
Yes, and then they bring along Green Thanos, and that's it.
Boy, he is just Green Thanos, though, ain't he?
He's Thanos the Grouch.
That is, he was a grouch because I did inform him, don't fucking dress Jeb up like that ever again, and he was forced to comply. That's real cool that we have that power now. I'm definitely not gonna abuse it.
Oh, no, absolutely not. There is a clause in everyone's contract since the merger that is very open-ended on what we can tell people to do.
That is right. And look at this, some chain wrestling to start things off. That is a real test of the #1 contender, a woman who, in my opinion, I don't think we've seen a lot of technical wrestling out of. And I think Skylla is certainly going to be putting her to the test. Wait a minute. Goes for a roll-up. 1. Kicking out is Skylla. That is the type of stuff we expect out of Tiffany. Usually shots from behind, sneak attacks.
Quick roll-ups.
But then that beautiful tilt-a-whirl DDT takes her down.
Yeah, because you were saying, Scotty, like, Tiffany not being used to, like, this, a more technical wrestling style. And I got to thinking, what is her wrestling style?
Bitch.
Cheap. You say she just slaps Skylla in the face.
Yeah, just bitch is what it is. I do believe she is just Stephanie McMahon. I think we did just give her Steph's moveset.
Oh, yeah, that does have a lot of slaps in it, doesn't it?
Yeah. It's akin to Who did? Oh yeah, Big Fistin', where it's all we tried to do as many punches as possible, except instead it's just all slaps, and also apparently that fun little tightrope walk across the spine, which I'll be honest, probably felt quite lovely.
I would love a massage right now that you mention it.
That is right, but look at that, 10 shots to the cranium before picking her back up, and then, dropping her down with the spine buster. And the crowd not exactly appreciating Tiffany as she was looking for some adoration as someone put a chair in the ring. Don't know who it was, but it was one of them.
You know what? It doesn't matter. They're both, I'm not surprised at all.
That is right, but wait a minute now. Oh, look at this. Mark Place distracting the referee, allowing her to hit Skylla with that steel chair. Oh my God, before slamming her down onto it and locking her in the Koji clutch, just trying her best to get a tap. But, look at that. Skylla turning things around, not letting that steel affect her judgment, not letting her cranium be affected. And now you can see Tiffany frustrated. That is a shot she thought was going to end this, but instead it is still going. But the kick tuck levels the woman known as Skylla, drags her into the ring, goes for the pinfall off of it. 1, 2. I was about to say 3, but Skylla kicking out of the kick tuck, kicking out of being hit with that steel chair, the Koji clutch down onto the chair. Skylla getting some fight in her, and you gotta imagine what it will do for the career of Skylla if she can pin the #1 contender, sets her up. 619.
619. Yes. Just like mowing a lawn.
Just like mowing a lawn. Boom.
Boom.
West Coast pop. East Coast pop, I would assume. But she's not done. Skylla's like, I'ma jump on you from every turnbuckle. Frog splash. 1, 2. Kicking out once again is Tiffany.
Good to see Skylla's finally getting some fight back in. Like you mentioned, she had very little opportunity to get in any offense. Tiffany was just in control of the match for a moment, but now it is all Skylla's game.
That is right, and setting her up for the code red. And I'll be honest, I think if she had held on for the bridge on that one, if she had held on for the pin, that might have been all over but the hurting, but this might hurt even more because she's waiting for it. And the whoa! Big Hurricane Rana. She did
a lot of positioning. Just had to go.
A lot of fun turning there. Yeah.
Skylla can move in the air just like water.
That is right. But wait a minute. Tiffany now getting back to her feet. You can see Skylla just trying to wrench back onto those shoulders, which seem to be the least developed part of Tiffany's physique. Those arms can be just Wookieed off at any second, I believe.
They're like wet paper, Scotty, I think is what you mean.
That is right, but wait a minute. Dial it up once again. 205. Boom, baby. And she's not done. Goes to the top. Sets her up. East Coast pop.
Do it.
Do it. Do it, Cal. She's not
still having a little bit of fun here.
She's gonna jump on her so many times.
I mean, I am fine with that. This is entertaining.
That is right, but no, wait a minute. Reverses it into a powerbomb. High stack, but grabbing the ropes is Skylla.
Whew.
What
reversal
a
out
reversal
of nowhere
from Tiffany, who then picks her up and drops her down. Reverse it top. All right.
She did a little dance. She did the.
You good there, bud?
She did a Fortnite.
She did do one of those Fortnite dances, which Mark taught her to do. He was like, "This will be very cute for your TikToks.
You'll have a very fun time. They'll love it."
My boyfriend teaches me Fortnite dances, gone sexual? At 3 a.m.? All right, but wait a minute. Tiffany now trying to get back into it, but Skylla not letting her, sending her into the ropes. But Tiffany fights back and shoves Skylla back, and then the kick tock straight to the cranium.
She's dragging her to the middle.
That's right. Skylla in danger. 1, 2. Oh, look at that. The high flyer still kicking out of it. She is bringing the fight, but she is in the path of one more kick tock, but no! Avoided it! Poison Rana! Rana! And she is now set up perfectly in position, and all Mark plays where did Karen go?
She's just gone. Did Tommy eject her?
I assume. Oh, wait a minute. Rolls her up. 1, 2, 3.
Yes!
That is right. You got to think that was just cleverness on the part of Skylla. Tiffany was probably expecting another one of those high-flying maneuvers, another Hurricane Rana. Instead, quickly grabbed the legs, rolled her up at the last minute. That is working smarter, not harder. Which apparently is how Karen Bush has been working as well, because she has just left the arena.
Halfway through the match, she's already in the van.
Got into the minivan, took a call from one of her agents. I can see how supportive she is of her niece's efforts, but look at this. That reversal, once again, a beautiful maneuver, but not enough to keep the woman named Skylla down. And you gotta think, Phoenix Driver, our JWF Women's Champion, has got to be backstage watching on with some intrigue as to what this red-headed masked luchadora is going to be doing next.
Heck yeah. Get him, Skylla.
Hell of a commentary partner I have here in the form of Blake Tanner, folks.
Skylla good.
But now we move on to this matchup with this man, Griffin Clouds, a man we both know all too well, I would have to say.
Very, very much so. Some would say almost intimately.
I wouldn't say that about this.
No. You don't understand what we've been through.
Yes, the history of the BS and the VWO is long and it is storied. But tonight he is going up against a man who has to have been through a lot this week. I know we usually like to shit talk the man known as Chuck Tibbs, but after that assault on his father on this week's episode of JWF Ignition, I know you have been trying to get the fire back into the heart of the man known as Chuck Tibbs, and to be honest with you, that is a fire that I've been seeing this week. I've been seeing the energy, the excitement, the want of a fight that we have not seen in a long time from Chuck, and in my opinion, I think that is an ambition that Griffin needs to exploit. I think that is focusing on Chuck, focusing on his father, focusing on all that. That's something that Griffin has got to be exploiting in Chuck tonight, or else he is going to lose to that fight.
Well, and this is something that I tried to talk to Chuck about, because it is, you can really tell he's not had the best of weeks for obvious reasons, and he's also kind of distracted. I don't think he's going to be at the top of his game.
That is right, but it looks like he is bringing everything he has got to the man known as the Vape Master General. Picks him back up. Oh, beautiful front chancery. Then, just wrenches down onto that arm before. Oh, what is this? Oh, I thought he might have been going for a gaslighter, but instead it's a butterfly suplex. We know the history of Robert Hill and Chuck Tibbs. Long and historied.
Well, some bits are long, other bits are not very long at all.
That is correct, but Dragon Corkscrew Leg Whip taking down Griffin Clouds, and these two men seeming to be evenly matched, but this may put an end to this match. The DD Tibbs, boom, straight down onto the cranium, but you can see Griffin right by those ropes and Chuck not willing to try to go for a pinfall, aware that Griffin will hit that rope break, so luckily, got him up. Well, once again, what's he thinking for here? What a cutter!
Ooh, very good move on Chuck's part. Chuck really is exploring a lot of things in this match. He is trying to show us, I can still wrestle.
The storm! Oh, but look at that. Came up clutching the back. Desperation pinfall off of it. 1, 2. Who kicking out at 2 is the man known as Griffin Clouds. But like you said, Chuck is genuinely throwing every piece of spaghetti he has at the wall and praying that it sticks Griffin Clouds' shoulders to the mat.
Yeah, but as you can see, Chuck came up from that Eye of the Storm holding his back. He obviously didn't hit the mark perfectly. He still did a lot of damage to Griffin, but he did enough to himself that if Griffin Clouds noticed that, then, I mean, he's just going to start focusing Chuck's back, and that could be it.
That is right, and you saw Chuck losing focus once again, doing that taunt, bragging to the crowd, and it allowed Griffin to get in, hit that neck breaker before... Oh, going for the combo meal. Oh, takes him down with it. And I know his back might have been hurting, but this will make his cranium hurt even more because Griffin has got him picked up for it. One of the biggest moves in this company's history. The Under Vapor falls into the pin. 1, 2. Oh, 2 3/4. Now, let's not forget Griffin and Chuck are no strangers to one another, even facing off a few times in a fatal 4-way matchup for the JWF Championship, a match that also featured Guy Fieri, Momoa Curry. Let me tell you something. Oh, wait, hold on before I get going. Looks like Chuck looking to end things again. Eye of the Storm once again, but once that back, I don't think Chuck has it in him to hit that move fully. 2. Oh, and once again, not getting the full thing.
Yeah, not enough to put Griffin Clouds away on that. He has had a wealth of experience fighting the likes of Griffin Clouds before. However, I just think that in his current mental state, Chuck is not going to be caring as much about the preciseness of his moves.
That's right, goes for a pinfall. 1, 2. Ooh, kicks out of 2. But also you got to consider this. That lower back, that injury, that prevents you from being able to wrench up and really bridge on a pin. That prevents you from being able to put your full weight on your opponent's shoulders. So even if he did hit a pitch perfect Eye of the Storm, he's still not going to be able to put his full weight down on his opponent. And Chuck is already not the heaviest of competitors. Oh, and look at that, kicking his leg right out of his leg is Griffin Clouds, who gets leveled with a lariat.
Griffin, of course, also somebody who, he's not one of our heavier performers either, but you need to get a lot of force on that pinfall. You need to hook the leg, you need to, I mean, there are so many things that go into making a perfect pinfall that is so much harder to kick out of than just like putting your hand on someone's chest.
That is right, hitting that combo meal once again, goes for the pinfall off of it, hooking the leg. 2, 3, the combo meal doing the ultimate damage to Chuck Tibbs. And you notice that he modified it. His finisher, he usually likes to go for the Under Vapor, but he saw the back was hurting, so he hit that combo meal, which usually focuses on the lower back a lot more. That was a wise move on the part of Griffin.
And that's exactly what it took to end this match without any additional hassle.
That is right, and that means Griffin Clouds 2 more points in the J1. Much like Robert Hill, I think Griffin is another dangerous competitor to be looking out for in the future.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
It'll be fine, don't worry about it, bro. We're all good. You're undefeated, it's fine.
It's whatever.
I've not taped those matches yet. It's fine. It's okay. But now we move on to the main event of the evening with what I consider the biggest prize in the business on the line in the form of the JWF Tag Team Championships.
Yes, this is something... Oh, God.
So, you, I know this might be a bit personal. You did get possessed by these gentlemen on this week's episode of JWF Edition.
I did? What?
Yeah, they did this really badass thing where they just decided to possess everyone in the arena and have them chant "We Are Legion" at the Whitney family. And it was, I'll be honest, fucking scary as shit. So I just want to make sure you're in a good mental place after being possessed by, and I cannot reiterate this enough, a literal demon from hell.
Oh, no, that's fine. It's probably just got something to do. I've been reading a bunch of Lovecraft recently, and then this new book just kind of appeared on my nightstand one night called And so I've just been kind of booking into that, and I do think it was written by Croc.
Well, okay. Well, as long as he's a decent author, but here are their opponents, the men known as Demon Inc. Men who, albeit when Legion came out, they proclaimed Demon Inc. almost as false idols, as false gods, saying, you call yourself demons because you have not yet met real demons. And I think tonight that is exactly what Demon Inc. are looking to prove. Prove that they are the competitors they say they are. And Lawrence Whitney, in his weird little
fucking hat.
His weird little pimp hat and his shitty ascot.
It's like, I'm gonna show you who the real demons are. Put my hat on, here we go.
I do like how Whitney is in the proper position for a manager, and Croc was just staring at him. Croc's like, I don't need to be anywhere near the ring. I'm just gonna kill this little twink. Oh, but wait a minute. Oh, clobbering! The bone crusher in the back of the head is Sami Zayn, and I'll be honest, usually Demon Inc. starts off with the man known as Alistair Bateman in first, who has a lot less, history in the business, a lot less history in the JWF versus Sami Zayn, but tonight, I'm not saying Legion is in the heads of Demon Inc., but they started out with cannons blasting in the form of the Dominator, Sami Zayn.
I mean, some would call that a bold strategic move. Some would call that the right decision, I guess, in a match like this. You got to come out with as strong a showing as possible because you are on the defensive right now if you are Demon Inc., honestly. The mind games have been just assailing you for an entire week now, and you've got to come out to basically fight back against that first before you can fight in the ring.
That's right, we saw that bone crusher just sending Bateman to the outside with that spear, and you can see he was wisely attempting to cut the ring off, prevent Sami Zayn from getting that tag, but the Dominator not letting that happen. Once again crossing over to Bateman, but you think Sami might be looking for a tag, and he gets it.
Would you look at that?
Jesus Christ. Wow, bud.
Shit.
But we might have brand new tag team champions, not just tonight, but in the next few minutes, because Legion are coming fast and furious for the men known as Demon Inc. And of course, this is this match earned by cashing in their cash in the bag briefcase. And I will say, they may be demons, they may be monsters, but they've done something that is, I think, unprecedented. They announced their cash in. They said, we don't need to sneak up on you. We don't need to wait until you're beat down. We're going to take you out right now.
Yeah, which is something very interesting, because when you have the cash in the bag briefcase, then the ball's in your court, you have all the marbles. The great thing that that Legion has done is they toss the ball into Demon Inc.'s court, except instead of tossing it to them, they threw it and hit Alistair Bateman in the face with it.
They just fucking yeeted that ball at their craniums. But of course, we also know Chuck Gibbons, Karen Bush. Karen holding the cash in the bag briefcase for the women's division. Gibbons holding it for the men's singles division. And you got to think, if you're Tiffany right now with Auntie Karen Bush holding that cash in the bag briefcase, you almost got to be hesitant about your match at Wrestlepalooza.
Oh, yeah, you should be worried anytime there is there's just a floating cash in the bag briefcase in your division, because that could be, if you're the champion, any champion, like, you could just come out of nowhere, man.
Or it could come in the main event of Wrestlepalooza, and then you could just like win the title at the end of the night and do like the coolest shit in the company's history. I don't know what badass dude would have done that, but it's all right. Oh, dodging that shoulder tackle, but now eats a lariat for his troubles. But Legion have not been letting up.
No, they I'm trying to really think about when Demon Inc. got the last bit of offense in on, and I can't.
And I just can't.
it's not there. They're murdering that little serial killer.
They are, but wait a minute. Bateman getting back to his feet, but walks into the Clash of the Titan. 1, 2. Oh, 2 3/4. He kicks out. And I don't know if you noticed this. Wait a minute. Sami Zayn. Oh my God.
Oh.
But Sami Zayn got into the ring to break up that pinfall, and then when he saw the Bone Crusher get into the ring, he stopped. This may be the first time in the history of this company that I have seen Sami Zayn, Alistair Bateman, either of them hesitate.
I just want to kind of just really savor the look on Lawrence Whitney's face right now. Just you know, just trying to look at it. There's fear in there.
Look at little bitch boy. No, Titan, this is not the time. This is not the time for you to freeze up, Titan. Please save us.
We kind of need this.
We kind of do need this, bud.
It's like better the demons I know than the demons I don't like.
Yeah, better the demons I know than the demons who fucking suck. Oh, but wait a minute. What is he doing now? Oh, no, Bateman. Well, he hasn't gotten in a lot of offense, but it looks like he's trying to make the offense he does get in count with a suplex to the outside. Not saying that's one of my moves that I like to use, but, you know what? 7 out of 10. Good work on the execution, I guess.
Oh. High praise from Scotty Moore, about as high as you could give right now, I suppose.
A solid 4 out of 10, and then gets the hot tag to Sami Zayn, who eats a big boot. I think that tag may have been a mistake on the part of Bateman, but sweeping the legs out from underneath him is Sami Zayn. Oh, and now look at this. Titan now looking to make that long crawl across the ring to the man known as the Bone Crusher, but instead... plucks him up and hits the rib breaker and then the strength. We saw him do it to Alistair Bateman earlier in the match, but to be able to do it to a man like Sami Zayn and then to drop him with the Clash of the Titan. 2 3/4, and Bateman breaks it up.
Bateman coming in clutch at the last second to break up that pinfall. Otherwise, we'd have new tag team champions right now.
That is right. What a matchup. No. Look at that. Trying to break the arm. Trying to snap the arm. Sami Zayn with a desperation maneuver.
He's coming in. He's not letting go of Titan. I mean, that was just, you could hear the snapping.
That was right, and that was a purely strength reversal on the part of the Titan. There was no way to get out of that than the use of raw muscle, but luckily that is all the Titan is made out of. I'm sure you know that. I mean, you fought him for the Defiant title just last week. You know that Titan can certainly bring it in a match.
He's not somebody that you want to go against long haul. I can tell you that from experience. You got to find those little weaknesses of his. You got to definitely go in for the kill shots. Nothing but kill shots against Titan. Otherwise, you're going to lose.
But here comes a kill shot right here. Once again, wrenching back on that arm. And to be every second that Titan remains in this maneuver, tendons are ripping, muscles are being pulled apart. It makes it harder and harder to be able to reverse it. But unfortunately, he gets plucked up and dropped with that power bomb. 1, 2, 3.
You could see Titan, he couldn't even get the arm strength up to kick out of that one. He couldn't even get his arm to get his shoulder up.
That is right, and you gotta think that is a power bomb employed by the man known as Blake Tanner, the man sitting next to me. So seems that Lawrence Whitney, in his infinite amount of times to try to fuck with us, including beating the shit out of me this week, thanks bud, has decided to take a page out of the book of victors. And it has led to Demon Inc. once again retaining their JWF Tag Team Championships. But at this point, I do not know who is going to be able to get through these men.
I don't either. I think everyone else is legitimately just scared of them.
Well, Vlad Tankman earlier certainly seemed hesitant to even mention them by name, but who knows what awaits in the wings for the Whitney family. I guess we'll find out next time on JWF Defiance.